here. Enough with the introduction. Let's go straight into Gethsemane. This is a song from Sleep Token. First time. I got several people asking me to check them out. And Gethsemane, it's the garden where Jesus went through the agony and before he was arrested and crucified. So that's there's also this beautiful song Gethsemane from Jesus Christ Superstar that is fantastic. Also sang by Camilo Sesto. Let's go. A little bit of background. I thought it was a video. It's just
I wanted you to know I've learned to live without it. And even though it's cold and now I no longer feel surrounded, and you never listen to me, and that's the thing I tell the others. You were my harlequin bride, I was your undercover lover, but no, you never saw me naked. You wouldn't even touch me, except if you were wasted. But you were trying your best, and that's the thing I tell the others. I was your robot companion. You were my favorite color, and no.
okay, there's gonna be for sure like the drum kicking in or something right there, the build up. This part reminds me a little bit of maybe because of the guitar and the voice in falsetto of Bon Iver, right? I think Bon Iver has influenced a lot of artists since For Emma came out, I think in 2008 or 9 or something like that. So he has influenced a lot of artists, and of course he went on to become incredibly successful, winning Emmy and Best Artist of the Year. I always liked Bon Iver, honestly. So we got that, and the lyrics, I was trying to pay attention. I thought it was something religious. So far, it doesn't seem to be the case. More about personal story with a girl.
Call upon the person and try to turn my salvation for you. Someone who didn't mind the push, pull by the games. Someone who wasn't always crying on the journey back. Someone who didn't feel the low blows either way. But I was waiting for you when all along it was you with the countdown kill switch, and it was me with the blindfold on.
Nice. Quite nice, man.
I tell the mirror I was in love with the thought that we were in love with each other. What might be good for your heart might not be good for my head. What was there at the start might not be there in the end.
I mean, compelling timing, syncopated, of course. Probably if you're very much an expert musician, probably you recognize what type of timing is this. I like the dynamic. I like that it's progressive. It feels like a little bit of Bon Iver on steroid with a heavier sound, right? So this drum coming in right here, that reminds me a little bit always of those kind of big trumpets sounds. Sometimes you get into movie soundtracks, right?
Do you wanna hurt me? Do you wanna hurt me? 'Cause nobody hurts me better.
Nice, back with the piano.
Do you wanna hurt me? Do you wanna hurt me? 'Cause nobody hurts me better.
Oh, I like that. That actually, this part here, I don't know if it was like, but it seemed like a half step.
Do you wanna hurt me?
Yeah.
'cause nobody else be better.
Wow, it works. I mean, the guitar riff here is very dominant with the drum. Then there is all this other sound in the back, which is probably both keys, done with synthesizer, whatever, keyboards, whatever sound, But it feels also as if there were like a ton of voices just doing that kind of growl that you find sometimes in really hard rock or metal, and like, but all packaged together, compressed, that makes this big sound in the back, which at the same time also makes it feel a little bit less defined, the riff of the guitar and some other instruments, if there are other keys. So it's very much condensed and distorted, but powerful, man, powerful, nice. Nice, the flag burning slowly. Feels like a little bit like the end of the Empire, right? Actually, I wonder if the drum is programmed or actually played, that syncopated drum. This part, it's a little bit like it's funny because it feels like that there is a tuner on the voice, at least for the effect, right? That you kind of accustomed to hear from those rappers and trap music, which has been popular for I don't know many years now. I hope it's in the way out, honestly. But you got that, so it's still interesting to see all these different effects. I remember listening back in the day, like 15 years ago, I was always looking for the new bands, right? And I remember I was into bands like Explosion in the Sky. I don't know if any of you guys know this band, Mogwai. So I forgot the name of this band from Iceland. Oh, come on, Sigur Rós, right? So it's interesting to see that seems those bands seem to draw a little bit on that, but at the same time also on that kind of I would say new wave, retro wave of, all these tunes that you find on YouTube, especially here with this big, deep bass, right? That you get here on this nice dynamic part with the voice. Wow.
But I would have given anything to get closer to you and all your enemies. I've got a few of my own, and this bone didn't come with a gun, so I got a different energy. I still see you when the lights get low. I still hear you when I'm on my own. The parasites in the nightmares calling my name like this one's for you and your problems, your good day job, your bad karma. What are you afraid of? The same drama, show me what you're made of. Cause you talk about your constant pain like I ain't got none. No.
There's a lot of effects, man, also in the voice. Wow, the Empire is gone. The Empire is gone, and there is a little bit of Joji as well in this. We got this gentleman right there. I wanted you to know I have learned to live without it, and even though it's colder now, I no longer feel surrendered, and you never listen to me, and that's the thing I tell you. I tell the others, you were my Arlequin bride, I was your undercover lover. But no, you never saw me naked. You wouldn't even touch me except if you were wasted. But you were trying your best, and that's the thing I tell the others. I was your robot companion. You were my favorite caller, and oh, I caught up and the person tried. Like, already you can see this seems to have nothing to do with that. It's more about this personal story. It came in like a dream, put it down like a smoke. We used to be a team. Now we let each other go. Your cigarette ash is still clinging to my clothes. I don't want to stick around. I just want to let you know. Come in like a dream, put on that like a smoke. Okay, repeats a lot of that, and I mean, this is more of a vibe than actually something meaningful, in my opinion. So, the lyrics, I don't know. The lyrics, I'm not super, let's say, emotional about the lyrics. No one is going to save me from your memories, nothing to lose, but I would have given anything to get closer to you and all your enemies. I've got a few of my own, and this type of contradiction sometimes they're like, I don't know what you make of it. Like it's seems like it could be a breakup song, a love story, the person that this guy wishes to get back to, and at the same time he can't, and at the same time he wants to be closer to the enemy of this other person. Like this type of kind of contradictions, tensions about perhaps some kind of toxic relationship or toxic desire, unhealthy desire to be with this person. So I got a different energy, and I still see you when lights get low. I still hear you when I'm on my own. The parasites in the nightmares calling my name like, please, just let me go. Again, this part seems to indicate like some kind of mental health issue, struggle, anxiety, torment of some sort. This one, it's one for you and your problems, your good day job, your bad karma. What are you afraid of? The same trauma. Show me what you're made of. Cause you talk about your constant pain like it ain't gone none, and I've learned to live beside it. And even though it's over now, I will always be reminded. I mean, first of all, this was an incredibly shitty relationship if it caused this much damage. And the only parallel that I can draw between Gethsemane and the religious undertone I was expecting, it's here in the agony. Like I said, the agony of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane before he was arrested and crucified. And here, this sort of like confidential revelation of the pain this guy has gone through, the agony has gone through of this breakup that is still lingering in his mind and in his body, unfortunately. Boys, you gotta find better girls out there, or whatever you date. Please, eh?